Bing, bong, boom. Motherfucker, that worked. Nevertheless, that worked. Hello, my name's AR Najera. This is the third day of D&D December, and actually talking about a topic that I can carry on with instead of the character sheets, which I mentioned almost nothing of it and didn't explain charisma or constitution, because everyone, of course, knows those things, and it's totally not something that I should explain. Fuck you, Pascal.
AR.
Nevertheless, I'm here to talk about more on the aspect of what is the greenhouse gas effect. In like the world, we've been talking about it nonstop because of this whole climate change situation going on, which is fucking disastrous and crazy as all hell. It's something that we shouldn't take anything less into account. Now, I'd love to put it in the most mythological and crazy realm of D&D, if what we can do with it, because it is something that is pure fantasy on how crazy this hyperinflation of where we are going in this life, and these past 5 years being some of the hottest ever on record. But I'm not a druid or anything like that, so I ain't like no tree hugger. But nature's neat, man. You know what I mean?
Not too often you can get all this neatness in one location. That's called nature.
Yo. But let's carry on. What mythological way can I describe this? Science. We use science. So with science, we use the idea of the heat island effect. Heat island effect is whenever heat of the sun's rays or most heat hits a plating surface, it reflects that heat back up and makes it more hot. This is great and can be seen in most metropolitan areas, huge cities, Los Angeles, San Antonio, Houston, I think it's up there in the hugest cities, and any place that has the concrete taking over the roads or where natural nature will be able to absorb such things. Now let's give this a escalated scale up one with some like wild magic gone wrong sorcerer, where he puts a whole little big ass bubble around the world where the heat effect gets trapped. It gets trapped and it gets responding back as a positive feedback loop to keep on coming back down in another hit of heat. And this is what is crazy about the whole idea of climate change and the greenhouse gas effect. Because what it is the fact that it keeps on reverberating back and forth. Whatever heat that we have, whatever heat we're transmitting from this heat island effect, and whatever gases were that evil sorcerer man who fucking screwed his role with his wild magic, got maybe 101 somehow, made this bubble of toxic gases, which emit mainly 4 or 5 gases. I'll put them up on screen. Yes, that's a future note for editing.
AR.
It's already past due. Nevertheless, emit 4 or 5 gases. With all that, it keeps it all trapped in. All of it's trapped. It's trying to escape, but it cannot, as the atmosphere or stratosphere, one of those spheres is getting covered up, sending that stuff back down, this poof. And as soon as it sends it back down, it's just more heat added. The main reason we don't feel this heat as much as we usually do, and have been in the past 5 years, is the ocean. Ocean is future nature, bro.
That's
Nature, bro.
pretty.
Ocean's amazing. And the ocean is able to absorb so much of this, like, cosmic heat from the darkest depths of Mordor as it storms into our atmospheres and stays up there and constantly bombarded back down, infiltrating our like whole realm of Earth and making things hotter, making places drier, making places needed to have that escalation of where we should go from here. And it's this the constant feedback loop. It gets hot, it sends it back up, the heat gets sent back down, and in every single transmission of the heat going back and forth in this greenhouse effect, what it does, it reduces gas some each time. Now, it's a very confusing on how often it stays in the air, how much of this heat transfer effect really does stay. That revolves math. I'm doing fantasy. I said it comes from Mordor and not gas companies or, other pieces of it's just one of the craziest things about the gas effect that is there, that it is always there. It's ever evolving and ever pushing around, and we as standard consumers, as human beings, don't really have much of an effect when it comes towards the depths, deep darks of Mordor. as they pollute our air and no way of holding back, and nothing more besides this sorcerer's big ass bubble of keeping all this shit trapped inside by using these gases to hold its own self in, and the heat just keeps on cycling through. In simple note, that's the greenhouse effect. And hopefully it's been able to be explained in some way, shape, or form throughout this little video of how it works in a mythological sense and in a scientific one. I am AR.JR. This is the first time I'm signing out, but I hope all y'all have an amazing day. I really should talk more about how ocean is main bro, and it's always covering up everything. It takes up all the heat. I think the oceans are at the highest peak they've ever been at. Oceans are cool, man. They're really nature. They're the true definition of nature.